All right, I think I've got everything going here, and I've been communicating with SimBubby, and you're seeing that screen. So we got audio, and I turn that off. Voice dictation off. I hate doing voice dictation. All right, so hello everyone, this is Dion Soul. How you guys doing? Well, what's going on at this moment is I am trying to help out SimBubby and trying to get SimBubby's general aviation side of things fixed. As I've been reporting in the past that they've been having issues with the bank angles are too much, or if you're just kind of cruising down the taxiways, like right here, we are here in KWJF, sitting in the 172 default X-plane, and what's going on is the I gotta read what he says now. All right, so now we got our live thing going on here. But anyway, back to what I was saying right now. I'm trying to help him out get this thing squared away because we really want SimBubby to be the best it can be. And so I'm in the 172 right now. This is an airplane that I do not fly because it's just not my thing. I like other aircraft. I like this aircraft is an upgrade compared to what they used to be, but it's not the best. But anyway, with that said, we're jumping over here. We're going to create some random flights with SimBubby, and I wanted SimBubby to see this, that currently this is broke as well. He may know this already. I should not have to worry about my country because I'm going to limit the maximum from KWJF to 150, and I want my minimum distance of 10. All the airplanes that I've bought, I want to be strictly civilian airports only, and I want them to be small because I'm flying general aviation aircraft. I don't need to be going into big honking airports. I could go medium. We could try the medium, see if the medium works. And just so this thing does not get confused, we'll go ahead and sidestep and go ahead and put the United States in there anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do 20 flights, or 20 automatically random generated things. And if you noticed, it didn't work. And so that's something that SimBubby needs to fix. That way we can have random generated flights instead of going to places that you normally would have to manually put in, which I'm going to do right now. We are currently at KWJF. We will have a little bit of turns, so we're going to go to KWJF to KBFL, which is Bakersfield. And we'll go ahead and add that to all the aircraft that I purchased. I went ahead and did the 99,000,000, blah, 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 because that way I can take off a KWJF. That's another little thing that SimBubby needs to do. He needs to do an inclusive all-in-one airplanes. In other words, have access to all the airplane profile, but pump up the price to probably 500 million, 500,000 or something like that. So then that way we can start at airports that we want to go to, because like I said, KWJF is my port of entry, and unfortunately, you know, the 250 million that he starts off with is not enough to be able to buy this airplane out of the box, or airport out of the box. So that's one thing that he needs to work on. But anyway, that's neither here or there. That's not what this video is about. So we're going to go ahead and create this flight right now, which I think I already did. No, I did not. Okay, so we're good to go there. So this airport is created. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and get out of this. Wait a second or two for the system to recognize that I'm not here. And then we'll go ahead and bring it back. And I'm going to hit fly. And then we're going to go ahead and fly this available air. And okay, there it is right there. We're only going to make 2K on this, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't really care. So we're fine with that. We're going to choose airport. We're going to choose the Cessna 172. We're going to choose the airline. We're going to do general aviation, which takes away some of the stuff, but we still have problems with the general aviation. And we're just going to throw in a number of, we're going to say 100 kilograms, not of fuel. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to climb to 10,000 feet, let's say. And total time for this one, we'll give ourselves an hour. So there you go. Okay, so now the flight has been created and all airlines are currently not live. Okay, so I'll fix that. I did not know that, so I thought I fixed that already, but I guess not. So we'll go back over here. These steps too is another thing that needs to the mechanics of working out. So now I got to go back to manage, go over here and make this live. Actually put this as Solice wings, by the way. Noticed? Solice wings, and it's SOLW. It is being updated. Yes, I'm going to get rid of failures. I do not like failures. I hate failures because I have enough failures here in the real world. I don't need the aggravation of having self-induced failures. So failures suck, but that's just me. That's my personal preference. Other people like failures. That's on them. That's what they want. That's what they want. No big deal. I don't like failures. But anyway, so we turn then the in-flight thing on. So now we should give it a minute or two. Let the system try to cultivate. And then we'll go back. And we'll try to hit fly this time. And then we'll go available flights. And it already says that I already have it active. Now because I didn't have it active, I'm going to cancel it. And we're going to redo it again. Okay, let's redo it again. Just to be on the safe side. No, it's not an airline. Back to 100 gallons. Okay, fine, 110. Don't care. What would I say, an hour? We'll go an hour. And we're going to go 10,000 feet, even though we're not going to go that high. Now let's see what it says. Okay, everything good? Everything's good. All right, so now we got our flight. So we're good to go there. So SimBubby is ready to rock and roll. Is showing my airplane. Says Cessna 172 Wave, says in Lancaster, so we are good to go there. So we are happening with that. So now what we need to do is we need to get back into the sim. And again, you're going to have to bear with me because this is an airplane I don't fly. This is not really my thing. I usually fly more powerful airplanes than this, but that's okay. And I don't even have my views set. So now I got to set my views. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw full rich. We'll crack the throttle up a little bit, and we'll turn on the masters. We'll turn on our strobes, our nav light, our navs, beacon. Actually, I don't want my strobes on. That was the wrong thing to do. And pump, we got to turn the pump on. But they've really improved the airplane quite a bit, by the way. It's really a nice airplane. Turn one bus on, and if I don't, we shouldn't turn. Now I don't know why this one didn't come on when I turned that on. It's weird. I don't know why. Like again, this is why I don't use this airplane. Okay, are we good? Okay. Oh, we're not going to have our, for some reason, we're not going to have our, I mean, I could fly without it because I have my alternate stuff on the outside, but still, I don't know why it's not coming on. Is the brightness down too low? That could be what it is. Let's see. That's what it was. Brightness was set down too low. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to put a flight plan, and we are going to modify the flight plan if we can. We're going to go to, actually, you know what? No, I don't have to do it this way. I can just use the VORs. So, forget that. Let's get out of that. Screw that. Okay, and I'll just go over here to, quickly. Go right over here. We'll go ahead and hit reset. Go over here, KWJF to KBFL. And we'll go ahead and tell it. We're going to go probably, what, 125 knots, I guess. Going at best. That's altitude, sorry. Let's go 105. Speed 125 knots. Let's see if we can push it to 130. I don't know if we can get 130 out of a Cessna 172. It says we're going to be there in 30 minutes. That's fine. We'll go ahead and put our route in. That's good. So we're fine there. We could theoretically go over here like this real quick. Hit download. And we'll download it to X-Plane. We'll go into aircraft folder. Oh, no, we won't. We'll go to output. We will go to flight plans. And we're going to this one right here. We'll save it. And then we will bring it up right here. We'll go over here to X-Plane. We'll go over here to output, flight plans, and then we'll use this nice cute little utility that I have. Go like this, and we'll use this one. And then we'll go over here, and I'm going to say KWJF underscore KBFL. Save. Okay, now it's an FMS file. Close that out. Get rid of that. And we go back into the sim. And then we can go over here to flight plan. And let's see if it'll let me click it. And it does. And I'll click on that. And then I'll go like that. And I'll hit save. Then boom. Now we got our flight plan. Our flight plan is now in the 530. So we're good to go there. We'll put this on standby. All right. We can turn off our fuel pump now, I think. That anymore. Actually, you use the fuel pump. Usually use the fuel pump on until we are taxiing. So we'll turn on the pitot heat once we get going. So we're fine there. Go ahead and release a parking brake and let's go. This thing down a little bit. Cessna 172 is not a bad airplane. Not a bad airplane at all. It's just that it's not really my forte. Now, I did not check to see which where we're going out of, so let's go ahead and go quickly.
General WMJ Fox Airfield Information
124
Charlie.
at 9994.
1700 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, 10.
Okay, got it. All right, we're going to do a mid-takeoff. Flaps 1. And I did not I did not load the passengers, damn it. That was my mistake. So I got to fix that right now. So what I got to do is I'm going to stop right now, hit the parking brake. Now we're starting this at midstream here, so this probably screwed up this test completely. But we'll find out here in a minute. Launch SimBubby. Okay, you guys are not seeing the launcher because I'm actually using the launcher on a different computer. And I'm going to load the passengers now, which is a whole 3 passengers. Yay! Okay, seat belts are fastened. You know what? This might be a fail. You know why I'm saying it's going to be a fail? It's because you guys can't see it, and it's not on the same computer. So I know what's going to happen is I'm going to get the ripping from Giorgio saying, hey, you know what, Dion, you didn't have it on the same computer. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to cancel everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up on the same computer as the simulation is. We're going to fix that. Okay, so now we're connected to SimBubby. And I'll go over here to season screen 2. So we'll go over here to SimBubby. We'll go ahead and hit launch SimBubby. And it automatically defaults to the same screen as my is where my sim is. I need to get over here so you can see it. Now we're going to load the passengers.
We're good to go.
We're good to go. Okay, and we'll turn on our music just for a second. Now you can't hear the music because I have the music off. I can't stand the music, but that's okay. We got the music going. They're happy. Now we're going to move slowly. Unfortunately, I can't have it on the same screen because I'm using to get the maximum speed as possible with my open broadcaster. I have to have it on a different, because if I move it over onto the other one, you guys are not going to see it. So for now, you're just going to look at this, because this is testing purposes anyway. Okay, I'm making a nice healthy bank right here, right now. And so far, so good. I haven't had any issues yet. I wish I could figure out a way to be able to show this to you, because I know if I go another way, it will screw up. Okay, I'm going to turn off the music now. Music is off. I think, okay, now I'm making this nice generous turn right here. So far, so good. I'm trying to be I'm under 10 knots, no problem. Now we're going to give it full juice. So far, so good, no issues, everybody's happy. Go ahead and put some trim in there. We're good to go, no problem. I'll make a nice small turn. Making a nice small 10-degree bank turn right here. I'm going to get lined up with the path. Back off on my trim a little bit. Turn the music back on. Music's back on. I still have no problems. Everybody's happy. Right now, it's kind of like, well, Giorgio's going to tell me, Dion, I got no problems. Why you're not having any problems? What's the deal? So right now, everything is good. So now I'm going to turn on the autopilot. Get the autopilot ready to go here. I'm going to climb to, like I said, probably about, I'll go 9,500 feet. I'll go my discretion. So far, everything is just hunky-dory fine. No problems. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate the autopilot. Now the autopilot is controlling. Now, one thing I noticed right off the bat is that I'm going to turn on the... okay, everything is fine. You saw that was probably a very low bank. So it's aircraft base. I was saying this earlier. I'm thinking, Giorgio, if you're watching this video, I think it's aircraft based. I'm now going to go to the live chat and see if there's any chat going on the live chat. You know, it's see, right now I don't have any problems at all. Everybody's happy. No issues with general aviation right now. But I think it's aircraft based. When I start throwing in more high performance aircraft and that sort of thing, that's when we start having issues. And I mean, running around in a Cessna 172, I'm going slower than Moses' toes. So in that context, yeah, it's probably going to be just fine. I'm only climbing at 74 knots. And so let me go back to, okay, I'm back in the sim right now. Right, yeah, I'm only climbing at 74 knots. Let me try to make this a 100-knot climb. Switch to indicated airspeed. Let the airplane climb at 100 knots. You can see the nose dip down as I'm changing my indicated airspeed to 100 knots for it to do its climb. And so far, I have no issues. So what this is telling me, Giorgio, is that, yes, on a Cessna 172, you know, we're rocking. We have no problems here. But let's go ahead and finish the flight here, so I don't speak out of place. And let's make sure that I'm going to have fuel. Where's my fuel gauge in this damn thing? Like I said, I don't fly this airplane. There's fuel flow. We'll pull it back to right about there. Now my EG is starting to go up. Don't go up too high on me now. Do I have cowling flaps on this one? I do have cowling flaps, don't I? I don't see them, but I do. I think I have cowling flaps, don't I? I need to go outside and actually look. Do we have any visual cowling flaps that actually show up on this thing? Still a nice model for a factory model. No, I don't see them. Okay, well anyway. Well, if it gets too hot, we know that the cowling flaps are not set correctly. Well, all open is this one, so I'll just take it all up here, and I'll just make it all open. Alright, well anyway. So right now, again, with the Cessna 172, yep, no problems. It's nice slow climb at 100 knots. My EG is a little bit high, according to, I was doing 1400 degrees Celsius. Let me back that off a little bit. We keep it right around 1400. I was doing more than that. It was more like 1500. But we're fine there. Landing lights I don't need. Strobes I need. Turn those landing lights back off. Fuel pump I shouldn't need anymore. Pitot heat is on. Alright, so we're rocking and rolling here. We're maintaining 10 gallons per hour, 100 knots. So far, nobody's complaining. So with a Cessna 172, with the general aviation side of things, yeah, it's working just fine. And you get to look and see all the ortho eye candy here in Lancaster and all surrounding area. Let's see if Giorgio's talking to me on SimBubby. Or on it might be, like I said, it might be airplane specific. It just might be that, yeah, you can tweak this thing until you're blue in the face, and it's gonna be, hey, I don't see any problems. It's working on the Cessna 172. But other airplanes, not so much. You see that gust of wind right there, like mix it around. No problems, they're happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run this video through its entirety, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another video, unless Giorgio can get a hold of me real quick in some form or fashion if he's watching this, and then I will switch airplanes. I'll switch to the airplanes that I want to fly, the ones that actually mean that matter to me. Which would be the Aero Commander 500S, Shrike Commander, and the Seneca 5, the EV55, which is the latest new shiny, and I'm actually a beta tester for the EV55. I've been working with John, who's the creator of that airplane. So obviously I have a vested interest in the EV55. Because I'm trying to help him out, making his airplane the best he can be. Once we get a bit of these mountains here, I might just back off on my and then try to get to Bakersfield a little faster. It's a 58 nautical mile flight. And let's see if it'll let me do it. No, it won't. Okay. So that means I'd have to actually go into the ACF file and change it. I want to be able to step outside. But if I step outside now, then I can go over here like this. Go up. Up a little bit more. Right about, that's too far. Maybe right about there. I guess that would be about right. And then we'll do our GoPro cam. There we go. Over here, and we'll set up our GoPro cam over here. Right about in there somewhere, I would say, is where our GoPro cam needs to be. And then we'll go up until it kisses the wing. Oh, too far. Right about, let's go down a little bit. Let's say the GoPro cam's right about there. And it's got to be pointing towards the airplane. There. Now we got our 2 GoPro cams. And I'll go inside and close our door. But yeah, I haven't flown the Cessna 172 in a while. Very, very long while. And it's a nice airplane. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Very smooth. No issues there. And so far, GA, with the GA configuration, no issues. They're not complaining at all. Seat belts are fastened. I'm just living. Now they do have music going, but I have the music actually shut off on my side because it's annoying, as I said before at the start of the video. All right, what do we got going on here? I'm still wide open on our throttle here. Still trying to maintain 100 knot climb. Could back it off to 80. Was it 80 knots? 80 knots for Cessna 172. Okay, there I did that on purpose. And see, with that kind of a jerky motion there, still oh, we're coming to our attitude. Let me raise it up to 8,500 feet just to clear these mountains. My eyeball looking. My eyeball's about right because I can see underneath the wing. I could go up just a tad, and that might be too much. Adjust my, where I see the 6 there. Alright, and then we'll go over here to the passenger side, better known as the co-pilot. A nice Sunday afternoon flying here in Southern California. Now we're coming up to 8,500 feet in a little Cessna 172. And we'll go ahead and turn off our taxi. I guess we really don't need that anymore, do we? Everything in the green. Oops, I just hit a button I shouldn't have. Everything is in the green. Everything looks good. We're slowly starting to build in speed. So again, on a Cessna 172, I don't think we're going to have any problems. All right, here's a test. Let's go 2x. Let's go 4x. See how fast we can get this thing going. Now it's probably going to kill this flight because I'm going 4 times. Let's see if that breaks the system. I usually just do everything in real time, but in this case, I just noticed that I didn't have my. You guys didn't get to see my ugly mug. Okay, there you go. There was a nice change there that was not done by me, and still, no problem with the. No problem, and don't mind all the stuff in the clutter behind me. You can probably see all the hangers and everything. I'm really, I shouldn't be flying right now. I really should be doing the laundry, but hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do when you're a flight simmer. So yeah, we're to speed this process up here. Now we are bouncing up to like 3. Because I have all the eye candy turned on with the orthos and everything else, so. See, this is how fast I want to go all the time. Which I do with other airplanes. And we missed Tehachapi. Tehachapi is not here. It's actually on the other side of this mountain right here. Is Tehachapi. KTSP, Tehachapi, California. Way off in the distance out there. That would be where my mouse is. That would be Mojave. At the Boneyard. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of a turn there, but not much. This is pretty much a straight line, so I don't know if this was such a good test or not. But with a Cessna 172, the SimBuddy general aviation thing is fine, I think, because I have not had not one worried, one scared, no drama, no big deal. It's just when you start putting in more high-performance airplanes is when we start having problems. And when you start using airplanes that have data riffs, custom data riffs, like all the Carinata products, that's when we'll start having drama. Matter of fact, you can see right there, there is Meadows Field. And we're just going to land on runway 3031. I forgot which one, but we're going to land there anyway. See the and the passengers are not complaining at all. They're just kind of like just taking it in stride. Now let's see what they do when I start losing altitude here. We are going to go to 5,000 feet. And now we are over speeding. Let me pull back on the power. And I can't pull back on the prop. Take it down to 5,500. 4,500 is fair. I have to look at my airspaces and what I really should be going at. 4,500, we'll slow it down a little bit. We're down 120 knots. More embarrassing than overshooting the runway and having to go around and all that other crap. Well, so far, again, even with going at 4x on our speed, well, with X-Plane, as you guys can see in the screen, the SimBuddy is not acting up whatsoever, not at all. But I put that EV55 in there, or an MU2, or a jet in there. I don't have the Phantom 100 anymore. I got rid of that. I just told you know, the folks over at X-Plane.org store, I said, no, thanks. I'm not interested. It was a cool airplane. It flies really nice, but the G1000, the Carenado implementation, I can't even say it right, of the Garmin 1000 is flat out is crap. It's just crap. And so, and the Garmin 500 that's in the PA Seneca is not as bad, but still it's got its problems too. So I think somebody in the forum said it best. Carenado airplanes are great airplanes for screenshots, and I think they're right. There are some airplanes that are good, but I think that's a pretty accurate statement. Okay, we're gonna knock ourselves down to 1,200 feet per minute. So far, 1,200 feet per minute. They're not complaining at all. With a Cessna 172 going 120 knots. So I'll probably need to back off on my... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the speed modifiers first. There we go. Now we're back to normal speed. Welcome to Bakersfield. As I stand up here and adjust my seat here. Get myself set up here to land this beast. Bakersfield's a nice little town. It's got its problems just like any other town. Matter of fact, where the airport is, all along here, this is the. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the autopilot. It's not now my plane. So if anything's gonna screw up, it's gonna be on me. Like that right there. And with that, now you see when I do actions like that you just saw with other aircraft. There we go. We got our first worried. Now that one right there was kinda fine, whatever. I'll give that one a pass. Because when you come off of autopilot and then you sit there and I try to do my Cytec nose wheel trim, it will immediately jump to wherever the last setting was before the autopilot took over, and generally that's where it's up. And there's not really a good sweet way to be able to combat that. So, it is what it is. There's Highway 58 right there. Going right on in, or the tail end of the 58. That's supposed to be the remnants of Kern River right there. Kern River is stays pretty much dry. There's just, we're leaving a desert for crying out loud, so not a lot of water. Go ahead and try to control my speed by, or my descent with my speed. I'll land on this big old long runway. Now the next flight's not going to be near as long because I'll be in a more high performance aircraft. And then we should start seeing some action. The only thing I can do is I can create another window. That's what I could do. Well, let me land and I'll fix that. What I'll do is, because the SimBubby is in a window, I can create a window just for that. And how to do that is I will say, as I'm trying to do this and land at the same time, brilliant. And that's the one I want. Okay, if that's it. But we will land in a minute in here. Now of course it just went crazy. Let me get you back to where you're supposed to be. And then I'll superimpose that window onto it in a minute. But for now, I need to concentrate on my landing. Captain, she's breaking up. She's breaking up. And I'll just pull back. I'll float it a little bit. See, I got the one word. Now we got the two worried. These sudden movements. Dion, you're such a terrible pilot. See, what I'm doing is I'm holding it up. So I'm trying to get the thing to go up. See, it's at 89%. Don't want to touch the ground yet. I'm going to have to eventually. 92%. 93%. 94. 96. Okay, we'll touch it. There we go. We'll touch it. And I didn't have any flaps. But we'll use the flaps to slow us down. Oh, we just took back off the ground again. See that? Okay, go around. Oh, that was weird. I put all the flaps in and it just launched right up. Now we're making this. Now we're, there we go. See, now maybe doing that kind of a bank, obviously. So everything right now, all the things I just did were legitimate. Because those are stuff that I did with the Cessna 172. So right now, I've got no leg to stand on as far as that. But that was a 45-degree bank angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to recover this terrible flight I just did. So we'll come back around here. We'll nice long general slow fights. I see William is making some noise there. Sorry, William, I can't. Oh, you scared me. Yeah, it seems I'm only carrying 3 passengers. But on that right there, that's the one that I need to do. Is and make that a window. Make that a window inside. I got to figure out how to do that. So I'll figure out how to do that when I get landed. And I'll just superimpose the window on scene number 1. So then that way we can have the numbers. But now you get to look at Bakersfield again, as I screwed up that landing. So like I said, the Cessna 172, for those of you that just joined, with the problems with the, okay, now I'm just making a turn here. Now that wasn't my fault. I'm just making a turn. So that one is not on me. So that one shouldn't have been on me yet. Now see, I'm at 40% on score right now. All I was doing was just making a bank. And actually, it does say I landed at 77 feet per minute when I touched down, but then I had that abort landing. So again, as far as the Cessna 172 is concerned, yeah, we're not that. Cessna 172 with the SimBubby works, but Let's split into another airplane. Let's get into a real airplane. As far as simulation is concerned. Okay, this is good enough. I'm not going to make a big deal about this. We're just going to stop right here. Hi, welcome to Bakersfield. Stop this. Alright, we'll kill everything right now. That's fine. And we're going to go ahead and SimBubby is going to get rid of the, I gotta get rid of the seat belts first. Okay, now it's going to offload passengers.
I hope you enjoyed the flight.
I hope you enjoyed the flight. Yeah. Okay, now what we got to do now is we got to fix this SimBubby thing, or the window thing. I got to make that window work. This is the boring side of the thing. It's trying to make this window work, and then have it overlay correctly. I don't know how to do that. There's my, well, unfortunately. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to restart everything. Now we're going to get into a real airplane. Go into the airplane that I want to fly. We'll let X-plane load. We'll go ahead and come on over here to SimBubby. And we're over here at SimBubby, and you can see this right here. I'll put this over here on my screen number 3. And you can see what it did, because now, like I said, those particular screw-ups were my screw-ups, so I can't complain about that one. So let me back over here, reload SimBubby, put it back over here, out of sight, out of mind, out of my way. And then I'll go back over here like this. And because it automatically loaded, it automatically restarted me back over to KWJF. Well, we can't do that. We got to be over it. We got to finish the flight to take it back. Now, that's something I've never done before. Do I have to be in the Cessna 172 to go back? I don't think so. Okay, the flight is done. Let's go over here to Flight Manager real quick. We are going to, okay, I'm in the Flight Manager part. Oh, where's my flight log? Didn't do my flight log? Didn't log my flight? Oh, I know why I didn't log my flight. At least I hope I fixed it. Well, you know what? I think I screwed it up, but oh well. That's fine. Well, that's fine. Well, then if we have to do it again, we have to do it again. I'm not too tripping on it. This is all just testing purposes anyway. So let's go to fly. Let's see if the flight is still there. Okay, the flight is still there. It's still set up for the Cessna 172. We saw the video on what it did. The Cessna 172 version is fine. No issues. Let's create the new flight. And then we're going to go in the big airplane. The airplane I really want to fly. And because we're in a bigger airplane, it draws more fuel. We're going to go 200 kilograms. And we're still going to say an hour, even though we'll do it in 30 minutes. 12,000 feet, even though we're not going to be going that high. Okay, so we're fine. Looking good there. Okay. So now we'll go back into the sim, apply. Okay, so we're fine there. We got everything. We're in my nice shiny. And let's go ahead and start the flight. Let's go ahead and let's redo SimBubby again on the client side of things, or reopen it. I'll go ahead and log in with SimBubby again. So it recognizes that I'm in a bigger airplane. Bear with me just a second here. All right, so now it's connected. Virtual line, that's good. Okay, so we go back over here to screen number 2. We are good to go there. We're waiting for it to launch. Okay, so we'll go ahead and load the passengers. So I won't forget this time. Now I'm going to need a little bit more runway space because this is a bigger airplane. So now we're going to actually taxi down and see how well this does with taxiing.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. And then we're going to put seatbelts on. We'll turn on the music. Even though I got the music set to 1 tick. Okay, I'll put 1 tick on, but we still don't hear it. That's fine. Okay, so now let's go back in here real quick. Here we go. We got now we're in a real airplane here. So now we need to make sure everything is good to go. Put this on ground idle. We'll put our props to full. And we'll turn on the GPU, cross ties, batteries. Batteries on. Make sure that we have our trim. Our trim is set. Okay, our trim is good to go. Trim on this airplane goes to right around 6 degrees according to my XHSI. So that's, even though that looks funky, it's 6 degrees. So we're fine to go there. We'll throw on our ignitions, fuel pumps. Pressure, we need to turn the fuel pumps on. Pumps are now on. Turn on nav lights, beacon lights. Strobes we won't turn on just yet. Logo we don't need. Seat belts and other stuff. Those lights on, we don't need that on. We don't need that on. Maximize our lights, we're good to go there. Turn on our standby. What am I missing? What am I missing? So, I think there's nothing stopping me from taking off now. All right, so SimBubby is recording our flight now, and yes, SimBubby is still happy, and we haven't pissed off any passengers yet. Even though when you look over here, hey, there's no passengers. That's okay. Won't worry about it. All right, let's start this thing. I got the sound set so far low that you don't even hear the engine start. Fix that. Break this back up. There we go. And then we'll go outside. Start engine number 2, or number 1. Okay, they all look good. Everything is good. Beacon's running. Everything's fine. November 502 Delta Mike is requesting taxi to the active. Go ahead and release the parking brake. 1 deal of flaps. I'll control with the conditioners. We're doing the same flight. And I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. Right now, passengers are all happy, no issues, music's going, no problems, everybody's happy. I'm doing right around 9 knots. My turn. One worried on that one turn. I did not go off the taxiway. So right off the bat. That's why I say again, the issue, Giorgio, is not your settings. Well, it is your settings in a way it's not. And the reason why I'm saying that is because different airplanes are from different developers do different things. And it's all has to do with how they program their airplanes. And I don't know how you can combat. We're going to do a midfield takeoff here because this airplane can do a midfield takeoff. And, you know, that's just, I don't know how to combat it. And it's just the way it is. And I'm being Mr. Baby here. I'm already at 82. I got one worried. I know that's going to come back. I don't have anybody scared yet. Okay, now we're going to go full throttle, or not full throttle, sorry. Strobes are on, landing lights on, logo's on. We'll get straight. And with this airplane, you got to get straight. And then, once you get straight, you turn off the tiller. Tiller's now off. So now I got to control this thing by... So here we go. So now we're going to go ahead and give it full throttle. And I see Mr. Bug Eater 64 has joined the house.
You're in my airplane.
Yep. And so now we're going to take off here. We'll pull back on our just a little bit. And we'll get up to takeoff or rotate speed. Which I don't even know what the rotate speed is. Remember what the rotate speed is?
Should be between 65 and 75, I believe.
Okay. No, I was doing it at 100. Okay, gear up. Now, like I said, I'm babying the hell out of this, trying to not create drama. And we're going to climb. At 120 knots. Okay, now I'm switching to, I'm controlling it. Okay, I'm getting rid of the, you see the nose pitch down because got rid of the flaps. Now we're going to hit on, and now we're going to let it control itself. See, like I said, I'm babying the hell out of this. The plane is a EV-55. And is GPS on? GPS is not on, so I'll turn the GPS on. Now we're going to let the GPS take over. Now it just went immediately to 45-degree bank right there. And somebody was viewers asking what airplane I'm flying, so I'm going to put that in there.
Outback EV-55.
And then I just put the I just put it in chat. All right, so now we are rocking and rolling. We're currently climbing. We're following the GPS, and we're doing it 120 knots. Actually, a little faster than that, but should be 120 knots. See, what's happening right now, William, is it's because I'm babying it so much. Giorgio's going to look at this video and say, "Well, Dion, I don't know what you guys are complaining before. I mean, you only had one worried. That's going to recover, and I haven't had any, you know, because I've been babying the crap out of this thing."
And we'll see what happens when you get close, you know, for approach and landing.
Yeah. And we'll take a peek out at the, now we are looking outside of the GoPro cam on the left wing. Got to look at my girlfriend. And my GoPro's on a gimbal, so I can turn it around. That's how I'm explaining it that way.
Yeah, you sly dog.
Explaining the GoPro's on a gimbal. Now we'll go over here to the right wing. But the EV-55 is a nice airplane. Nice airplane.
I completely agree with that. Very easy to fly.
Mm-hmm. And there's the GoPro on the tail. On gimbal as well, for crying out loud. Like I said, it's just another beautiful Southern California day. But anyway. And we'll see how this does now. Because right now, like I said, I've been babying the hell out of it. Now, I did not turn off my music. The music went on through the whole time, so I'm going to get dinged for not turning off the music, but that's all right. Pull back on the, get some more bite here. Take it back to right around 2,000 RPM on the props. And I guess I can go ahead and turn on the prop synchronization, turn off taxis, turn off landing lights. Logo we don't need anymore. Seat belts, we can keep those on. Guess we can get rid of the GPS, see how we don't have a GPS anymore. And we can go ahead and turn on our generators. See, we got real strong batteries in this airplane. So you can practically go a whole entire flight without ever having to change generators on. VTOT heats. And fuel's on. We'll go ahead and throw the cross feed on. That's one thing that John needs to model with this airplane is the cross feeds. And we're at 8,500 feet, so we'll go ahead and go with that. Yeah, it didn't go, I have to adjust that. Stick it at 8,500. And what I'm trying to do right now is I'm frantically trying to get my altitude to my altitude to 8,500 feet. And actually we are going east, or we're going west, so we really should be at 9,500 feet. We'll go ahead and climb to 9,500 feet. And we'll do 1,500 feet per minute, get it up there real quick. Now I'm losing my speed. I think if I went 75, I probably would have ran into those mountains. Unless somebody did some adjustments just a few minutes ago, and then I'm reaping the benefits of the adjustments, and that's why I'm, you know, not having the drama like I usually have. I don't know. Okay, now we're coming up at 9,500 feet. Let's just let this thing open up. And I also just noticed on my XHSI, my remote avionics package, I need to change it from gas to or to turboprop configuration. There we go. We'll We'll go over here to auto throttle. Auto throttle, we're going to go 180 knots. I can get it there. Auto throttle engaged, 180 knots. Pull back our get the maximum bite possible on our props is 1950, I believe. So I'm looking down from your guys' angles because I'm trying to set it. It's close. Like, I could theoretically actually just go right over here like this. I'm getting the same information either on my remote avionics package or in the sim. There we go, 1950. Alright, so now we're rocking and rolling. GPS enabled, course. We'll go ahead and put our course needle to 300. Alright, so we're rocking and rolling, no issues, doing 180 knots, and we only have one worry. Now you see the little tinker right there that it's doing because it's trying to line up with the next waypoint. And with that sudden movement right there, it did not react. So SimBubby is still in flight, is still happy. They're not bitching. And it's just the same scenery we had a few minutes ago, except for we have GoPro cams. But look at the scenery. And with a mouse cursor in the center. And see, it shows that there's a town and stuff right there, but I don't know, you know, what that is right there. I've never been there. Like there's a community there. And it looks like the only road to get to it, I mean, you can go down like this, I guess, or you can come across right here. It looks like there's a road or something over here. I don't know. I never, like I said, where my mouse is, that's a Tehachapi, which is out of field of view, but all this right here, I don't know where all this stuff is. I never been there.
That's probably Stallion Springs.
Because I have never been there. I just might have to take a drive out there just to see what it's like, because I'm probably like 35, 40 miles away from here. So, but anyway, that is the Right Wing GoPro cam brought to you by then the left GoPro cam.
Yeah, Stallion Springs is a small community right at the base of the mountain range.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar. And then let's see, where are we at? I'm looking for the 99 and the 15, or I guess the 5 and everything. That right there where my mouse is must be Wheeler Ridge and Cajon Pass right there. So anyway, everything is rocking around no problem right now so far. All the customers are happy. I didn't put my minimums in. I need to do that. Put my minimums on. 400. There. So yes, a lot faster airplane. Get there a lot quicker. But that's basically how it is Giorgio's got it set up for the Cessna 172, and it works fine. all the mistakes that were made that caused the problems I did was on me, and I totally agree or admit to that. I don't have a problem with that. But more high performance general aviation aircraft is where I think we're starting to get our issues. You know, airplanes like this, or if we get into the Epic 1000 or the Eclipse 550, that kind of thing. That's where I think that's where in-flight thing starts to break down. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to make it so, you know, there's a solution for everybody. And as far as the scene 4, which is supposed to be my SimBubby menu, I don't know why that's acting up. Do I switch it over to there? I don't know why that's messing up. I got to work on that. I got to figure out how to fix that. I'll do that another time. I'm going into properties trying to make it work, and I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work. But what I want to do is I want to overlay it, you know, put it.
So it's just not fitting on your screen?
Yeah, it's just not fitting.
That's usually screen resolution.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I just don't know why that's wanting to be not so friendly. Okay, now why am I?
By the looks of it, you probably have to go to a lesser resolution.
Yeah.
From what it's set at now.
All right, well now.
Or higher. To
right.
Make it smaller on the screen.
Yeah. No, I agree. And now it's starting to pop around and do all kinds of things, because now I'm going to, it's going to be my plane here. Now you see, I just took it off of autopilot, and you saw it just went nuts. And you saw how I hardly did anything. Again, I think it's related to the fact that different airplanes react differently, and I don't know how to combat that. Other than the obvious, just turn off in flight and be done with it, you know.
Yep.
Because I didn't do anything there. All I did was just took it off of autopilot.
And they started screaming. Yeah, that's if it's set up for a 172, it's never going to work with other airplanes.
Yeah, or you really, it just depends on this. I don't know. I you know, like I said, I'm trying to be as fair and objective as I possibly can, and
true. But if you sit in this situation, just like take it off autopilot, and the aircraft makes a bump, moves up 3 degrees, moves down 3 degrees, that's not enough. You know, that's not even normal turbulence.
Right. Now we're coming into landing. I'll throw the landing gear on. Or landing lights on, I should say. I think I'll if I don't lose some altitude pretty quickly, I'm going to have a missed approach.
I think what somebody should do is he should take the figures from the 172, then take factors for a big jet like A3 Airbus or even a 747, and then find a medium between the two, and then set his virtual airline for that middle area.
Yeah, this might be a missed approach here.
That's all right. We've got plenty of fuel to go around.
Oh yeah, I still got 73 gallons in each tank. Maybe not. Maybe I can land it like a land dart and not get counted off for it. I'm only doing 200 knots right now. What I'll do is I'll pull back because I already know that I'm going to be a missed approach here. I'll go up just a little bit. I'll do a nice slow bank, not full. Let the speed bleed off. A little bit of power. And I'll just do a circle.
Sounds like a winning combination.
Yep. And also too, you notice that, well, see right now I haven't had any more scared. I've just doing my circle thing. And I am doing right around a 45 degrees. Like I said, with the SimBubby stuff, I want it to work. You know, I want it to be successful. Because I want him to get this all set and ready to go, and then I'll work on him to be able to get us a, get us a random flight generator that
sure,
that we can get random flights like we do with FS Economy. Instead of us having to set our flights, our routes, have it randomly generate every time, and no intervention with us. Just show up, you see the job board, pick your flight, and go.
Yep.
That's what I want. Nice slow turn, coming around here. There's the airport. I have to buy another joystick, by the way, or another yoke. This yoke is really, it has dents in it where and it's not the springs or anything or the rubber bands in it. It's it's just how the yoke mount slides. I need to make a more of an aggressive turn there. I'm gonna miss our airport, I think. And it's really making it rough on me. Yes, honey, I have to buy another yoke. Sorry. Gear down. Flaps 1. Minimums. Flaps 2. Not quite on the center line, looks like. But oh well. I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. Okay, that was 170. But we are down. I could have reversed it, I guess, huh? There you go. Here's a reverse. Now let's see how this thing taxis to the gate. Oh, first I got to turn off the. I got to turn this on. There, I got to turn my tiller back on. This is the biggie. This is where I really get scared passengers when I come out of here. And I think what Giorgio did is he went before I started the flight. He changed a bunch of settings to make it more sensitive, so he can come back to me and say, "Hey, Dion, what's your problem? Everything works fine."
Well, it's what I would have done.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have that YouTuber have egg on his face. He's sitting there bitching and moaning and complaining about how sensitive the thing is, and so we're gonna show him. We're gonna have him do a flight, get him to do a flight, and then I'll secretly change it so then that way it shows no problem, and that way he looks like the bad guy.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Okay, we have successfully made it to KBFL, better known as Meadows Field in Bakersfield, California, USA. Power down to neutral. Brakes on. I did not turn on my taxi light. Shame on me. I'll turn off everything. And turn the those off, pumps off, emissions off, synchronization off, which I should have done earlier. I know. Everybody's happy. Turn the generators off and turn the GPU on. And because we got the bus ties, we can still have power. And there we go. We successfully made it. Now, I have one scared and one worried. And the only time the scared happened is when I turned off the autopilot. It went ape crazy. So I'm going to undo the passengers. Offload the passengers. Unfortunately, you guys can't see because there's part of it. I got to fix that. I just got to figure out what to do to fix that. I'll get that fixed. Because again, I want... Goodbye. Well, he wasn't happy. That was kind of sarcastic. Goodbye. Get off my damn plane. Like, dude. Okay. But anyway, so like I said, we're done here. So I should get, if I go here to cancel, I go over here, I hit that, I minimize that, and if I hit cancel, it should pop up with the message, right? And it did. Okay, now I should get credit for the flight. Now we'll go back over here, we'll go to SimBubby, and you can see my little curly cue of spinning around and losing altitude. All that happy stuff. Hey, that's fine. Got me on the ground. And let us see if we made any money on this. Oh, no, we don't do that. Oh, that was a mistake. That. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Dion, quit screwing up. Okay, flight log. So, in the EV55, did make money. 99%. The only thing that they got pissed off about is the fact that I left the music on, which is totally annoying. $13,000 I made. So, did 170, is that what I did? 170 feet per minute. So anything below 200, I guess is okay. All right, well, there you go. So I don't know what to say. You know, like I said, only thing I know to do now is I would go and do a jet, you know, and just kind of go from one plane after another, after another, after another until I get, you know, until I get the one that says, this is the one, you know, this is the one that's messing up. But like I said, we've been having problems. And I did notice that Giorgio did say that he was tweaking it. So all I could say, William, is on your EV55, if you want to go ahead and do one and do a video and that sort of thing and see what happens, I'll go ahead and redo the virtual airline for SimBubby for Solice Wings. I'll get Solice Wings. I'll get 3 flights in, so you'll be able to join Solice Wings.
Yeah, I was going to say, because right now I can't even look at your
Thanks.
airline.
Yeah, thanks, Blade Sniper. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do is I'll go over here I'll go ahead and create one, and because right now we're set at 99,999. I mean, yeah, I can leave it and just create a new one, but you know, there's no incentive to. I mean, the whole purpose of creating a virtual airline is to make money. And like I said, with what Giorgio needs to do is he needs to create a another profile, which I can go back here and go create a new airline and do an airline that says and make this a $500,000 instead of 200. You know, so 250,000. Make this like a 500 and or what was it? Instead of 500,000, it would be what 750, 210. I guess it would be. I don't know, something like that. Just enough that you can start out with a medium-sized airport, and that's what SimBuddy needs to do next. Is he needs to create that, and then also too, by doing that, what SimBuddy needs to do is he needs to like I go over here to management right now on this new airline. I'll go ahead and create it. You know, Solice Wings West. SOLW. Again, get rid of the failures. I hate the failures. Failures suck. I have enough failures in the real world. I don't want to worry about failures instituting my failures. Yeah. I hate failures. But anyway, see, the reason why I'm crying on having this being $500 million, because that's what it is. So then that way, when I create the 500 million, if you had 500 million right here, I'll go ahead and update it. Update, please. Please update. Okay, I think it's updated. I guess it's updated. Now we'll go over here to hubs. And right now, if I want to do KWJF, which is my home base in Lancaster, California, that's where I live. It's 500 million. I want to start there. So if he pumps it up to 500 million and then have 200,000, I could start. I could buy this airplane, but what it does is it locks me into a box where I have to go to KWHP, which is an airport that I do not want to fly out of, and which is in the San Fernando Valley, which is fine.
Right.
I mean, it's fine. It's just that now that's not where I want to start. I want to start where I want to start, but I also still want to make money. And so now I'll start there, and then I will go over here and buy fleet aircraft. Now, on the SimBuddy with the fleet aircraft thing, once this thing tries to load here and gets us so we can get to the market here. Okay, you will notice, because we have access to all aircraft, it's not a problem. But in other modes, I don't have access to Class B aircraft. And that gets very annoying really quick, because there are some aircraft out there that should be available to you. But like I said, right now we've got 210,000. The method behind that, when I talked to Giorgio about this before, is if we have 210,000, you can either do it solo, buy a $210,000 aircraft, build yourself up, or have the ability to buy 3 or 4 or up to 5. $30,000 aircraft, so we can work together as a group. And here I am telling you guys all this, and you're not even over here on the right screen. I apologize for that. And there's the aircraft I was flying, by the way. But like I said, so by me creating this, I'd like to be able to have the ability to be able to get KWJF as my home airport, instead of having to pigeonhole myself into KWJ or KWHP, and then work my way up to be able to get to KWJF. Because being able to get up to KWJF, that would take a lot of people and a whole lot of time. And the easy fix, instead of our starting money, our starting capital be 500 million with 210,000 as our start, and then that solves that problem. But that's just me. That's my thing. So right now, what I would do is I'd create, because I'm going to have Bug Eater 64, William, who's in chat with me. what we're going to do is I'm going to, because I already know what airplanes to get, we're going to get the Quest Kodiak. Once it finally decides it wants to work. Once it decides it wants to load. Quest Kodiak. Okay, now why is it backing off on me? Is my voice dictation thing turned on? No. QUEST. I'll put in Quest. After unless he's messing with me. Let's try that again. Do. Come on, load up. Let's go. All right. So I type in the Quest. If I can spell it right. There. Quest Kodiak. Okay, November 0100 Southwest, better known as Solice Wings. And then that's one aircraft, and you buy another aircraft. Come on, load. Let's go. And because we primarily fly out of the Southern California area, all of our flights are down Southern California area. But you know, I'm willing to go. Hey, if you tell me where you want to fly, I'll fly wherever. I'll put in wherever you want to go. I don't really care.
California's fine.
But then 101 Solice Wings. And then we're good to go. So now we got two aircraft that are ready for use. And then the routes. Now here's where I was talking earlier that this route thing needs to work. Right now this route thing that he has created, this random route generator, it doesn't work. It messes up. If I go over here and I put in 20 routes, I tell it to go its home base or the departures KWHP. I tell it United States, right there. I tell it medium or small. Because we're flying out of a small airport, I have to go with small, right? Logically. Minimum of 10 nautical mile distance. And I want a maximum, because we're running around in small airplanes right now, we're not going to want to go 2,000 miles on a trip. So what you do is you put in, let's say, right around 150. Now, Southern California itself has 76 airports in California. There's 100, or there's, I think I did the math. There's like 50 in Nevada, or there's like 75 or so in Arizona. So 150 nautical mile range, it would spill over into Nevada and Arizona and a bunch of other places. Now you see I just clicked on it to generate it, and surprisingly, as you see, it doesn't work. I go back, there is no airports here. So I have to manually put in every stinking airport I want to fly to. That is one reason why I like, if Giorgio can ever make it happen, make it work, is just have a job board. Just like what FS Economy does. I'll just put it right out there. Just have a job board where, okay, you go in, you click on your jobs, your routes, and your routes is already done for you because the computer already designated routes because your airplane is sitting at KWHP. The routes are already done. You already got your job board. You just pick what you want and fly. But I know this is not his intent. His intent is to have this set up where your airline goes to specific regions or specific flights. So it's kind of, one guy wants to do one thing one way and one guy wants to do a thing another way, and I understand that. So what am I going to do? So what do? I go to KWHP to KWJF. And by doing that, I make it so I immediately create a flight to go there just so I can get the hell out of KWHP. Because again, I can't start with KWJF. Then once I do that, then I go to KWJF and then go wherever I want to, KTSP. There you go. Let's go to Tehachapi. And then I start creating routes. And I just create routes. I'm not going to do them all right now because I would bore you to death. And then I just start creating routes. And then go back to here. And then go back to VA. And then go to Solice Wings West and hit fly. Available flights. And there we are. So we got one route to get out of, of course, we've got 2 airplanes. We got 1 route to get out of KWJF, to get out of the hole. So then we can just start building our financial glory after that. The only downside with the, as far as the airplane itself, the only downside with the Kodiak is that the Kodiak is very, very graphically intensive. It's I've been having frame rate.
It'll kill frame rates.
Yes, yes, it kills frame rates. What I'm doing is I'm stalling as I'm loading up X-Plane right now with the Kodiak. So, do I still have people? Hey, I got people still actually watching me. Oh, you guys are awesome. You guys are totally awesome. I greatly appreciate it. Well, thank you very much, Blade Snapper. I definitely appreciate it very much. Or Sniper, not Snapper. I don't want to insult you. Here, I'm trying to insult my audience. William, terrible thing. Can't be doing that.
You're such a bad boy.
I am. Jeez, Jesus. Why the heck am I doing that for? But at any rate, so like I said, yeah, it's the EV-55 is a good airplane. For $14, it's an awesome airplane. You get a lot for your money for $14. Does it have its issues? Is it the Coronado quality as far as all the bells and whistles and all the other stuff? No, it's not. But for $14, it's a nice twin-engine airplane. I really like it. Like I said, I am biased because I am a beta tester for the developer for this EV-55, and there's been a lot of input that I've given him trying to get the airplane up to showroom quality. And John has done an extremely wonderful job in making the airplane awesome for what it is. For the $15, you can't beat it. So, you know, on that's which is really, really good. So, and like I said, it's a new airplane. The last update was just a little while ago, and then he's taking a break right now, he's doing a move. He's moving from one house to another, I believe is what he said, and so he's kind of taking a break. Now, I've stalled enough time here, ladies and gentlemen, is that I can go back over here to the Kodiak. And the Kodiak, like I say again, it's a nice airplane, but again, it is very, Dan Klaus did an awesome job on the airplane, but it is very intensive as far as frame rate killer. It does kill the frames. And you can see that's my Solice wings, my own paint job. You see every airplane, I try to do my own paint job as much as possible. And the only problem with this airplane is that we'll go ahead and turn everything on. The biggest bugaboo with this airplane is this little thing right here, called the Coronado Garmin 1000. And like I said, it's crap. I do not like it at all. It's not that I hate it, it's just that it's very cumbersome to use. And it's just a killer. But you know, it's a nice airplane, and I bought this airplane not for this as much as I bought it for the floats. I bought it for the floats. I'm a float plane guy, and load it up here real quick. Shouldn't take near as long to load because all you're doing is just adding the floats. Of course, now I'm telling you guys all this, and so now it's, but I appreciate you guys' patience. Thank you. I'll type in thank you. The big smiley face. As the plane is taking its sweet time in loading. But when I saw the Kodiak over at the xplane.org store, yeah, that's the first thing I did. Is like, okay, I need this thing to be floats. So, and matter of fact, I will treat you guys. Why not? let's go fly it. Let's go, hopefully because of all the data rifts and stuff, it doesn't mess anything up. Let's go ahead and let's go land on some water. Let's go ahead and land on some water here. Let's make sure everything is on. We got props. We got conditioner. Make sure we got everything. I just don't. Okay, we got everything there. We'll put. We're gonna hand fly this thing all the way. This won't be a SimBubby flight at all. This will just be. Let's just go have some fun. So what we're gonna do here is we are gonna turn our beacon on. We're gonna turn our navigation lights on. Pump will put on standby. I got to turn those on. Ignition on. See if we don't have a hot start. Come over here and make sure that I have all of the everything is off, everything is open, everything is closed. Panel reflections are off, those are off. I don't want any of those on. Alright, so we're fine there. Let's start this beast. We'll put our propeller to full, and we'll crack it to about halfway. Actually, we'll start it first, then we'll introduce fuel, because this is a turboprop. Alright, we got some juice. Okay, ignition will leave on until we get in the air. Check our emergency. Emergency checks good. Looking good, looking good. All passengers look busy. Or pretend there's passengers there. Alright, let's go ahead and release the parking brake. If I can get the parking brake released. The data rifts are messing with me. The parking brake is not releasing. That's one thing that's annoying about X-Plane. When you're transitioning between different airplanes, sometimes you know it won't cooperate. And because Dan Klaus heavily uses a reload the aircraft. Dan Klaus heavily uses data rifts or special, you know, SASL and everything else. When you go in transitioning from one airplane to another, sometimes you got to totally reset the sim. Sometimes you can just reload the aircraft like I'm doing now, and you can get away with it that way. So we're going to see, because I like to go, you know, have you guys go land on the water. We'll see if we can land. The Palmdale Lake behind us is kind of small, so I don't know if I can land over there. But I got Lake Elizabeth. And I got another reservoir. I forgot the name of it offhand that I can go land at. So let's let this airplane reload, and let's see if we can get parking brakes to work so we can take off. And again, I appreciate you guys kind of hanging with me. You guys are awesome. All three of you. I definitely appreciate it very much. Which I think two of me is me, because I have my other computer I had it going, so we'll see. Well, let's try it again. Let's try it again. first off, let's see if we have parking brake. Nope. I'm going to have to reload the airplane. Well, or I have to reload X-plane. Well, that sucks. Alright, well, that's a bummer. Now you're going to have a black screen of death. Black screen of death. Now you got the window effect. Turn off now let's try to reload it up here. Let's go see if we can land in some water. And also we'll see how well, we won't, because we're landing in water, that won't work with SimBuddy. Won't work with SimBuddy too well. Still says I got 3 people watching, so I greatly appreciate it. Now it's down to 2. Okay, so the other one that left was my other laptop. So realistically, it was just that one guy. There was 4 at one point, but that blade sniper, he came in gone, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
We're still hanging in here, though.
But you and I are in here.
That's because we're old and have nowhere to go.
That's right. And I should be doing the clothes right now and instead of flying, but you know.
Hey, we have to have our priorities.
I'm just curious with all this effort I've done if somebody actually came in here and looked and saw the differences. But again, because of what I showed him just now, I think he's going to say there's not a problem.
Most likely.
And I can't fix that, you know.
That's why I really think he needs to look at both ends of the spectrum and put, have it.
Yeah.
And see how that works.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. At least that's a starting point. Go from there.
Yeah. Because he's got it set up at the very lowest end of the spectrum.
Yeah, so, I mean, at 72, I didn't have any problems at all with the 72. You know, I'll give him that. I did not have 1 ounce of problems. But I don't fly the Cessna 172. You know? That's not my airplane. I don't fly it.
A lot of people don't. I mean, it's a place to start, but...
Yeah. All right. Try this again. I do like the sounds of this airplane. They are a nice sounding airplane.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh, I still have no, I have to find out what happened here. I still have no, can't release the parking brake. Oh, I know. It's an idiot on my part. You know why? Because the stupid.
You haven't got it configured.
No, what it was that the chocks were on. Yeah, the chocks were on.
Yeah, you got to clear your pitos and chocks.
All the other airplanes, I don't have those. So. No, there's still something else wrong. Now how about it? Nope. There we go. It's called learning how to fly the airplane because you haven't been flying forever with this airplane. And also, I forgot, you have to use your toe brakes to be able to turn a damn thing. I forgot about that. Well, that was a quick off the ground.
That airplane, it don't take much.
No. And it's still a frame rate hit too. I'm getting a lot of interior noise. It's killing me right now.
Oh yeah, I guess so. It's one of the noisiest airplanes out there.
Yeah. There we go. Now I can hear you. And we can turn off that.
Yeah, have you got your headset plugged in the airplane?
No. There. I just plugged it in.
Because that helps.
Yes. Very much so. All right. Let's let the thing climb. It's a nice little airplane. Just it does have a frame rates issue. We do have another visitor. Hello, visitor. How you doing? Hi, my name is Dion Soul, and I fly airplanes. If you know what that reference means, what I mean in the context I did on that one. And we're going to do a quick little landing on the water, and then we're going to call it a day, because I got things to do. And Lake Elizabeth is right over here. Let me bank over here a little bit. There's a California aqueduct right there. Yeah, you just go right down this valley right here. This valley right here is Palmdale Road from Palmdale, and you just follow it all the way out. And there's Lake Elizabeth right there. A little short. It's going to be tight trying to get into there. I think I could do it. I am too high. So let me lose altitude here.
Yeah, well, I saw your co-pilot in the house.
Yes. Yep. Yep, she's gonna put me to work here in a minute because I haven't finished the clothes yet.
Yeah. Say hello for me and tell her it's my fault.
Okay. And we'll just follow the road out right there. We are doing extremely bank angle here. And that mass right over there is water. It looks like there's power lines going right through the water. That's not good. That's going to be a little problematic of landing. That's not even water. The water's over there, it looks like. That's trees.
Let me say, that looks green, not...
Yeah. The water I'm looking for is over here. And that's just too short. There's no way I'm gonna land on that one. Oh, we'll give it a college try.
Do a touch and go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got plenty of runway. And we're on the water. I gotta drop the rudder out. What's that?
So that was a good landing.
Mm-hmm. That worked out. There was a road right there. I had to quickly get off the ground. There's the other half of it. I had to get off of that water mass really quick.
Yep.
I gotta put my rudders up. What we'll do is we got one more spot, and then I gotta go. Take a look outside where the other... That was... That... Trying to remember where the other body of water is.
Just head to the barn.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't find where the other body of water is, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm over speeding. I'm at 208 knots right now. What's that? I give you a creepy smile. Oh, William, I'm going pretty fast for an airplane that's only supposed to go 180 knots.
Yeah.
But I am descending. So there is KWJF. So now I'm going to come in and where I'm going to land at. Here's some blinky blinkies on the SimBubby. I didn't,
Boy, it wanted to float.
Yes, it did, and I don't have I don't have my landing gear on. I hit the ground with my landing gear up. Then I got it up at the last second. It doesn't like the fact that I didn't have my landing gear. And I broke the airplane.
Yeah, take a look outside and see what it looks like. See if
Everything looks fine. I mean, I got my gear up, and I got my gear down, then I got my gear back up, so... Oh, well.
a little scratched paint on the pontoon.
Yeah,
oh, well.
yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to end this thing. That was fun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna,
Alright.
Alright, well, the stream is done, so we'll kill the stream. Hi, bye, everybody. Take care on the stream, and then I'll do another stream another day. So, bye for me on the
Later,
stream.
sir.